Hi, how you doing? It's Justin here, and today we're going to start looking at a little bit more strumming, but only a little bit. So I'm still very conscious of you making sure that you get your chord changes fast enough to handle our strumming patterns. But I do want to introduce the next concept, which is that of an and. Now, we previously mentioned that in a bar we have 4 beats. So we'd regularly be counting 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we also noted that these 4 were all down strums. So we were always playing, if I'm just going to pick a G chord, would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're just doing a down strum on every beat. So we call the 1, 2, the 3 and the 4 are referred to as the beat. Well, any one of them is the beat. Yeah, playing on the beat, putting a down strum on the beat. There's lots of ways of saying that. Now, if you just watch my strumming hand again, as I'm doing this, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll notice that in between every one of those down strums is an up strum. And this is the big secret for rhythm guitar, if you can say that it's a secret, is that you have to keep your hand moving evenly all the time. So if we want to add something in between those beats, this is where we have introduced a thing called the and. So normal counting in music, you would have like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The ands being exactly halfway through between the numbers or the beats. Now, as our hand's moving down on the beat every time, that means that your hand will be moving up in between every beat. So what we're going to introduce now is just adding one up strum to our regular beat. And like I said, we're not going really fast, but that's because I want you to go really well, not really fast. And I want you to spend a bit of time making sure you got this rhythm really solid. So I'll pick E chord, just because it's a bit easier to hold down than your G chord, in case any of you are struggling with that. And you can play along with this if you like. In fact, that'd be quite a good idea. What we're going to go for now, I'm going to give you a 3-4 count in. And what we're going to do is we're going to put an and after 3. So I'm going to be counting 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you'll notice that the 1, 2, 3, and the 4 are still really even. And it's just that and, the and's exactly halfway in between. And that's where your upstroke would be. So you're going to be doing essentially down, 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 up, down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're going to make it really, really nice and even. So let's just have a little go at doing that together now. And then we're going to stick it to the metronome as well and make sure that you can do it correctly with the metronome. So here we go. Counting you in. 3, 4. Down, 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 up, down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And really try and get this evenness happening. 3 and 4. Down, 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 up, down. And it just continues. It's really even. It's got to be, your hand doesn't stop moving. Now, I just thought of something, a very common question that beginners have when they start doing this up strum is, my up strum kind of sounds funny. What strings am I supposed to be strumming with the up strum? Well, you can strum all of the strings with your up strum, but it's more normal to just strum, say the thinnest 3 or 4 strings would be a normal up strum. You don't have to strum all the strings. It's kind of up to you, but that would be a kind of, if you like, a normal amount of strings to strum on an up strum. This is really important. Now, what we're really going for here is noticing that my hand is moving continuously all the time. So we're going to do it again now. I'm going to get the metronome out. And I'm going to stick it, here we go, we're on 60 already. So here's 60 beats a minute. Really nice and even. So this, of course, if we were counting along with this, would be quite simple. Down, 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 up, down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Noticing, of course, that the 1, 2, 3 and the 4 is still exactly on the beat with the metronome, and the and is just in between. This is the key here. So our down strum is always going to be with the beat. It's always going to be with the metronome, and the up strum, or the and, is going to fall in between the metronome clicks. So I'm going to stick the metronome on. I'm going to play a bit. I want you to play along with me at 60 beats a minute. And then sometimes I'm going to stop and I'm just going to move my hand for you at the screen. And I want you to follow along and keep playing without me having to play. So here we go. There's the beat. Here we go. So we're doing E chord. Here we go. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. That's down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. On your own. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Keep going. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 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 Now, this is what you need to be doing now to practice. Just putting the metronome on. That was 60 beats a minute. If you feel really cool with 60 beats a minute, maybe move it up to 80 beats a minute. If you feel really cool with that, maybe even 100 or 120. But the idea here is to make sure that you can consistently strum down with the click and add in that up strum after 3. That's really, really important that you work on doing that. Also, not forgetting that you should be able to tap your foot with the metronome and the down strum. So you've got a few things to think about there. Foot tapping, down strumming, metronome clicking, and then occasionally doing an up strum in between all of that. It's a little bit challenging, but definitely possible. So that's the next stage on your strumming development. At some point you might want to check out my really useful strumming techniques DVD, which covers this pattern and a whole bunch more patterns, some of which we're going to cover more in this beginner's course, but it's a lot more thorough on that DVD, being that it only deals with rhythm guitar and that's all. Now you don't have to. You can explore this yourself and try putting that up strum in all different places as you see fit, because it is a little bit about experimentation and making sure that you keep your hand moving. But if you do really get into strumming, or you find that you're particularly struggling with it, you might find that DVD helpful too. So enjoy this little bit of newfound rhythm groove. Remember, we're not applying it to songs yet. We're just working on it, trying to get the rhythm right. We're going to be applying it to songs soon, but I need to teach you another little trick yet called forcing the changes. So stick with this one, work on that rhythm and getting that nice and solid, and I'll see you for another lesson soon. Take care. Bye-bye.